Namaste.
Hello, we're the delegation from India. I'm Arvind.
I'm Rakshita.
Amanj.
And Sheila Rajendra. I'm the teacher representative.
Hello.
Good morning.
So, what did you learn this past week?
So, I'd say this past week I learned not just about the culture of Romania with the various city tours we took, but I also think it struck a chord in all of us. We learned about the global issue of food, about how it's becoming a problem worldwide. And I think seeing the opinions of all the cultures and how there's a common issue that every single culture is facing in today's generation about eating fast food. So I learned that the issues that we face in our country, it's not just our country, but every single country around the world. So I think that we learned everything, every little detail, every single nugget of information about every culture, and I feel that is what we did this past week.
Okay, what is your opinion about Romania before you spent 1 week here, and what's your opinion now?
So before I came to Romania, I think pretty much all I knew was about Dracula from Transylvania, and then when I came here, I realized that there was so much more. There was so much more to Romania than meets the eye. The culture, the nightlife, everything, the little nuggets of information that you can actually get only once you're staying in that place. The scenery, everything that with the tours that they took us on, we got to know about Romanian culture. I think one thing that really stood out was that the civilization over here is as old, if not older, than the oldest civilizations we know today.
Okay, tell us one thing about World School that you will always remember.
So one thing I'd remember about World School is about how diverse it is, because we got to learn about every single culture over here from countries from all across the globe. So I will remember every single opinion, every single interaction I had in World School with every delegation member.
And finally, how would you describe World School in 2 words?
So two words in which I describe World School would be dauntlessly diverse.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So, what did you learn this past week?
So this past week, I think I was pretty intimidated to come here, but then I learned that people from different countries, from different cultures, are also open and like so inviting. So it was so much fun for us, even though we had different mindsets, for us to interact with each other and to learn about what they're usually taught in their country. And not only that, I think the topic really opened up several discussions amongst peer groups, and we could really go in depth to what they, how they think and what their mindset is. So if you consider all that, I think this experience has been so enriching for me, because now I can, we know how the British think, or like the Indonesians or the Vietnamese. And I think that was very interesting for me to see all those cultures just merged together as one.
Okay, what's your opinion about Romania before you spent 1 week here, and what's your opinion now?
So before I came here, I knew only about Transylvania and Count Dracula and the book Dracula actually. I tried reading it, but then I stopped. But when I came here, I could see it was not just that. The scenery here is beautiful. The people are so open-hearted and welcoming. They feed you a lot, and the food is great. And yeah, so it was amazing.
Okay, tell us one thing about World School that you will always remember.
One thing about World School that I will always remember is how, we all got along together no matter what separated us. We from such diverse backgrounds, but we still could keep a conversation with each other and like interact and even make friends. And now we'll probably, hopefully, stay lifelong friends. So that's what I'll definitely remember.
And finally, how would you describe World School in 2 words?
World School in 2 words would be diversity at its best. Though that's 3 words, but yeah.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Hello.
Good morning.
So, what did you learn this past week?
I think before I came here, we're definitely interested about the concept of going from consumption to consumerism. The topic itself is very cool, and while we did learn a lot about the topic itself and the views of different people in different countries based on that topic, I think the major thing, a takeaway from this entire experience is how we tend to sometimes have a unilateral view on any issue or the entire world. We all like to think we're going to grow up and change the world on our own, or we're going to do something that's going to revolutionize an industry. But coming here to an experience like this, you tend to learn that you can't do this stuff alone. You need everyone, you need to listen to every single opinion before you actually make a change.
What is your opinion about Romania before you spent 1 week here, and what's your opinion now?
Like my colleague said before I came to Romania, I only knew about Dracula and maybe the capital at best. But I think apart from the scenery and the vast culture and heritage, my favorite thing about Romania so far has been the people. I think if you were to put it in a sentence, Romania is nothing if not for its people, who are extremely welcoming and they treat you so well. They feed you till you're not even till you're full. They feed you to the brim and they help you out. And it's Romania is a big country, but it's like everyone is part of the same community. It's one big family, whether you know each other or not.
Tell us one thing about World School that you'll always remember.
One thing I'll remember about World School for the rest of my life is how welcoming every single delegate was, whether you're from Sri Lanka or whether you're from the UK, whether you're from New Zealand or whether you're from India. Every single person had differences and something that you could talk about. Even if they weren't that different, I think more than bonding over what we like, the same things that we like, we bonded over the things that we see are different about our cultures and about our lives. And I think that's what was most enriching, and that's what makes World School so much fun, but also such an enriching experience.
And how do you describe World School in 2 words?
While it doesn't directly describe it in the sense that my colleagues gave, I think the two words that resonate with me the most are stronger together when you talk about World School.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hi.
So, what did you learn this past week?
Well, again, it's the same thing that all my students have mentioned, and it's true to all the delegation that from several countries, delegates coming in together, understanding and caring and being together, and learning not only just the topic on which the seminars have been based on, but also the culture and about the people.
Okay, what was your opinion about Romania before you spent 1 week here, and what's your opinion now?
Well, I really didn't create any opinion as such because I was pretty open minded, and considering that it was part of the big continent Europe, maybe a little different from the others, that's all. But once I came here, got to know that they're even more warm and very, very hardworking people, and very loving and very caring.
Okay, tell us one thing about World School that you'll always remember.
Well, it's the good blend of academic topics and also the cultural programs. So it is really a good mix of both, and the whole experience has been really a great learning experience for not just the teachers but the entire student community and all the delegates, including the host staff students.
Okay, and how would you describe World School in 2 words?
Cultural cauldron.
Okay, and as a teacher, how was the feedback from your students about everything we did here?
Well, I think all my students have put it beautifully, and what they have voiced is, I think, echoes most of the student delegates' opinion and the experience. However, I think for our delegation, it was a good learning, especially staying in the host families and getting to know more about the way they live, about adjusting, about understanding, and about building relationships and having more than one family.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.